What up, y'all? It's your boy Tribe. It is 8 in the morning. I just worked a night shift, 12 hours. I'm pretty beat, but I just felt impressed by the Lord to share this with y'all. I just want to talk about isolation, the positive and negative isolation. Negative isolation, when you separate yourself, and that's out of a spirit of fear or anxiety or stress you're dealing with, that can be really dangerous, because what that does is it separates you from anything and anyone that can shine light and give you a different perspective to your situation. And so you might end up in a repetitive cycle. There were times in my life where I was depressed and anxious, and I wouldn't even come out of my house, other than I'd walk to the corner store to get some groceries, some convenience items, and alcohol, some malt liquor. Like that was my crutch. I didn't want to look myself in the mirror for situations in my life, the way I was treating people, decisions I had made, past experiences, and I didn't know how to cope well with that. And that's really dangerous. Again, that keeps you in bondage, and that's a tool of the enemy, this isolation that keeps you from seeing yourself the way God sees you, seeing your situation the way God sees it. We know He has a plan. We know He can see. He's outside of space and time. He sees what's coming next, even if you can't. And that can really keep you in bondage from moving forward in your life and living up to the purpose God has called you to. Positive isolation would be if God is sanctifying you, if He's setting you apart, if you know you have some habits you need to deal with that are not healthy, some relationships that you have in your life that you know are not healthy, that are not bringing you closer to God, or the identity that you have in Christ. I mean, if you're separated because you need time, and God's called you to a season of isolation to rid yourself of these things and understand that it's going to be difficult, and that time allows you to cope with that and understand that and grow in faith and closer to God, so that when you do make these changes, you have the strength to stand through that and overcome those trials. So that's really all I wanted to share. I got a big testimony, and I'll continue to share in future videos, but I know what it's like to go into a place of isolation when you feel like there's no other way. I don't know who to turn to. I don't have anyone to turn to. I don't know how to reach out. I'm not good at building relationships. That's not a strong suit of mine. So I'm just gonna stay in my house, stay to myself, do my own thing. But unless you have a plan forward from that isolation, you can be stuck in some dangerous cycles, and I don't want to see that for my brothers and sisters. So I hope that blessed you. I hope that encourages you. If there's any topics you want to talk about in another video, hit me up. I will be as real as real gets. Okay. Hit you up next time. Peace, Tribe.